PS5 technical presentation hosted by Mark Cerny. He went into great detail what this system was going to do. He showed it off for everybody to see.
I feel this is pretty vague, but okay.
That's a little steep for me, not gonna lie. But for what they're doing and the power that's getting boosted compared to a PC that's doing the same thing for quite over $2,000, I think that's a really good value if you're a console gamer and you're looking for PC level performance and resolution and ray tracing.
You could not be more wrong if you actually tried to be. It's physically not possible. I don't understand where we're coming from with this. And the reasons, the explanations they give, I made it up. You just trust me, dude. Just trust me. Listen to the giant corporate company and listen to the giant corporate entity JTech and many other fanboys did. And I don't understand how we're getting this same, mental gymnastic that we had when the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles were first announced. These things are going to trump PCs. Spoiler, bud. No, you're not. I don't know where the fuck did we get that idea that thing's going to beat a $2,000 piece of machinery. You actually are trying to convince me right now, like to my face, that Sony figured out a way to compact $2,000 worth of PC hardware into a console form factor would have essentially resulted in the revolution of technology as a whole, because that's a lot of fucking hardware and power to put into a small form factor, which would just fucking launch human beings into the stratosphere in terms of evolution. You're telling me that they figured out how to do that and they're only selling it for 700 doubloons, no government contract? Even worse, no disk drive. And the support, it's like what, 14 games? What does it do? What is exactly happening that makes the PS5 Pro so special? AI. God, I fucking hate that term. I hear AI this and AI that all the time, and AI is essentially, to me at least, become the smart home device of the modern technology landscape. Remember when Juicero came out? You know what that is? You probably don't fucking know what that is because it died because it was stupid and used smart home as its gimmick. Where essentially you would take a bag of juice you would order online, put it in the Juicero, have it connect to Wi-Fi, log into an account so they can steal all of your data, and then it just squeezes the juice bag. That's it. It kind of references like two different scenarios that have already happened. The RTX 40 series card, although they offered more performance, the majority of the performance shown off was using things like AI upscaling and using frame generation, which AMD frame generation is already a software that exists on anything. So, I mean, as long as it's implemented into the game, you can use it. And then you have like the 30 series cards, and they're not that far off in terms of performance, but the metrics being used are references of using AI and all this other bullshit. So the hardware is designed to be reliant on this AI rather than, bumping up the specs. Not inherently an awful thing, but when it kind of feels like that the only thing you're being shown is a bunch of AI shit constantly out the ass. Not super excited about paying a premium for it now, are we? Going back to the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, the PS3, got priced down by the 360 just because the PS3 was way more expensive, and people didn't really see a reason for that. But like JTech TV has stated, a couple people are going to have to look at their finances, right? I don't understand why we have to sit here and go, I might have to look at my finances, I might have to wait a little bit to get my hands on this thing. If you have to wait that long, if you're spending that amount of money, why are we putting it into a PlayStation 5 Pro? Why at all? There's so many better options to choose from, and the market they're sitting in does not make any sense for this price range. Not to mention, you don't even get a disc drive. That's right, buddy. The physical copies that you have, you can't play on this thing if you transfer over. It's an all-digital system, dipshit. Also, pay me $30 for the fucking plastic stand. That's right, the system that's known to have heating issues over the past couple generations. Well, obviously, if you're spending that much money on something like this, you don't want it to like fucking melt and burn down your house. So with these things factored in, I of course, got the price together, and we're still sitting around 900 USD. Now, what can you do with 900 USD? Literally anything else. That's like a really bad car payment even. Jesus Christ. Spoiler, bud. This is still going to get you the same performance. You can even build these things in any form factor that you like. A console form factor, you just wanted to sit under your TV? Sure, go ahead. Steam has an operating system that would act similar to that of a console. On top of that, you can still incorporate mods on that. Sorry to raid on your parade there, bud, but a computer isn't exactly that different from owning a console. HDMI. HDMI. Google what HDMI is. Everything is HDMI. Yes, you can use a controller if you didn't know. And I understand where it comes from. When you think of a PC, you think of a computer that you use at work or something like that. Or if you like Google like PC gamer or something, you're probably going to see some guy sitting at his desk. I understand where that's coming from, dude. That makes total sense. It's kind of perceived as this like otherworldly thing, and I'm here to tell you, no, that's not even close to the case. If you really wanted to, you could build one like a console, plug it into your TV, and use a controller. You can have it boot into Steam's big screen OS and still use it like a console. And you get what you pay for, and you have full control over it. Remember when I was talking about price ranges? I didn't even mention the fact that you have to pay to play online, and God knows how much that is. A year of online compared to, forever not paying for online and the constant amount of discounts. I'm not trying to suck off what a PC can do here, but I think it's pretty obvious when you're sitting in the $700 to $900 price range. You're not fucking fooling anyone there, bud. Console prices are set at a price for a reason. They're affordable, easy to access, and easy to understand because they've been simplified from what a PC is. It makes total sense why they're desirable at the price point that they are, and it makes total sense why the fuck they're not $900 fucking dollars. I didn't even know the PS5 Pro had even got announced. Like, the day that it came out, it wasn't until like 6 or 7 p.m. when I figured out what was actually happening, and someone had actually had to tell me that the PS5 Pro got announced with trailer. First of all, why the fuck does this guy talk like he's an AI generated, like one of those AI generated fucking videos of David Goggins over GTA 5 gameplay yelling at Joe Rogan? I was just kind of going back and forth like, yeah, I might pick up a PS5 Pro when GTA 6 drops. That's the only thing I would actually buy a console for, because something like that is a huge deal. It's not like a Spider-Man or a God of War. Like, I can wait for those. Those are not things that are inherently revolutionary. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 on my Xbox One, right? The Xbox One, granted, was kind of a pile of dog shit, but I wasn't exactly balling out at the age of 16. I don't know if it was 17. I don't really know how old I was, but the point being that it's like a huge deal. I can wait on Spider-Man. I can wait on God of War. Like, that shit I can wait on. I can wait on Halo Infinite, and Halo Infinite kind of came day and date, and 343 needs to step it up, dog, because that shit is fucking dog shit. And my friend really did say it best. Like, what's bad when PlayStation fanboys themselves are looking at this and they're like gritting their teeth and they're like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I was surprised even someone like Dreamcast guy gave a shit or that much. I thought he was just gonna be like, it's an expensive console, guys. You guys are gonna get what you pay for. That's usually the type of guy that he is, kind of a pushover type of guy. Not trying to dog on him too hard, but that's just the vibe from his previous content that I get. I don't get anything like I don't get any stand on business energy. One who used to give me stand on business energy, or I don't know how to describe it. Just fucking pointing out the obvious, what's actually happening. Griffin Gaming decided he was like, guys, if you're just broke, just say that. I'm not fucking, I'm buying it. I don't give a shit. Supporting this constant idea that you should just be shit in your mouth all the time by a corporate company because they provide you something that you might like. When in reality, I feel for both platforms, they constantly bend both of you guys over with paid online services, but that's a whole other conversation. This right here is a perfect example of what happens when you just keep letting shit slide. We had the whole Helldivers situation. We had other games have the same Helldivers account situation. We had that happen. If we could just keep licking the boots of these companies, these CEOs, these higher-ups, etc., I feel that with all the backlash that's happening, I feel it's too strong for them to ignore. I don't think this is going to be something they're just going to roll over and be like, deal with the guys. Similar to what they did with the PS4 Pro, but the PS4 Pro, at least I could put a fucking disc in it. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll do a price reduction. Maybe they're going to do something like, hey, if you buy a PS5 Pro, you'll get like the disc drive to come with it or whatever, which I still think after this showcase is a kick in the teeth, because these showcase, when they're comparing the games, they're comparing all the games that they showed were games that were on PS4. Like, I don't what the fuck? Why the fuck would I give a shit? It'd be different if, maybe Rockstar Games collabed with them on this. And I think this would have changed everyone's, mood as a whole. People still would have been skeptical naturally. But if they managed to get their hands on gameplay or a gameplay trailer for GTA 6 for this thing, I think this would have totally fucking different reception. I know myself right now, if Sony was like, hey, I know we pissed you all off. here's GTA 6 gameplay on the PS5 Pro, and we'll compare it to the PS5 or something. Right? I don't give a shit about the comparison, but showing me that would have got me hyped as shit, right? You would have had me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's just marketing 101, though. That's just consumerism. I don't know, man. The fact that you have to pay to play online, the lack of options, the lack of upgradability, rather than replacing the whole machine, the lack of competitiveness in the games as a whole, content, etc., the access to content, what I can do with the system, just the list can just keep going on. You know, it just really kicking the teeth, the showcase as a whole. I don't see much of a difference between the PS5 and PS5 Pro. Oh, you mean the thing that was supposed to be in the consoles as a whole, the whole thing that the consoles are marketed as is having, you know, higher frame rates and going up to 4K native, maybe even in some cases, you know, this whole marketing campaign is now being put into the Pro instead of the actual thing, and we're using AI, and I just don't see a purpose. It just seems so fucking dumb. It just, for the price range it's at, makes no sense at all. Maybe I'm just the weird one. Maybe you guys know more than me. Maybe you have an insight into it that I don't. I talked to multiple people. I just can't see a purpose. I really did try to look for one. I could. If you like it, dislike it, dislike it. Let me know in the comments what I can do to improve these videos or what your ideas are on the whole situation. If you just want to have an open conversation, you could in the comments, or you could also do it in the Discord server, the link below. Subscribe to stick around for more content like this, and I will see you later. See ya.